Welcome to Technique Friday with Els. Today I'm going to show you a masking technique on my Els van de Burgt Studio Ornament Set 3. So the set comes with a solid ornament, which I'm going to use today, two different overlays, the top piece and a small little bow that you can die cut as well to put on the top of your ornament. I made two simple cards to show you how the overlays look. So these are the two, that's white soft finish cardstock. I use some gold cardstock. That's one of my garlands. And you can see I cut the overlays out of gold cardstock like mirror board. And you can also see that I used all my rectangles here. And I just want to show you those quickly. So these are, so we have different sets. So we have that in squares, rectangles, we have ovals and circles. So we have a set that's stitched. We have the plain ones, so just the fitted frames or the fitted rectangles. Then we have the scalloped ones. And then we have the postage stamp ones. So they're all different designs and they all coordinate together. So they all work together, which is a great die. So those dies are great to use. And then here I have the cards. So these are the ornaments I'm going to show you today. So as you can see, that's a solid ornament. And then I'm going to do a glitter technique. And I'm also going to incorporate foil, which works beautiful on our tape as well. So those are the samples, and I'm just going to show you the ornaments. I'm going to put the samples here, and here you can see some other ones I made. Here that's a kaleidoscope pattern, and so in different colors. And it's such a fun technique to do. And that's one with foil, and I will show you that as well. So first of all, what I do, I take my Elizabeth Craft Designs clear double-sided adhesive and I adhere it to white cardstock. And then I die cut the ornament. So what I did here already, so you take your solid ornament, you put it on the tape side, so on this side of the cardstock. So this is white cardstock with the clear double-sided adhesive on top, and then die cut it, putting your die on the tape side. So I already did that. So that's the ornament. And then I'm going to bring in my glitter tray. So my lid, you're familiar with that by now, I think, because I use that all the time, and my coffee filter, of course, and my Swiffer in my lids, and that's a piece of release sheet. So what I'm going to do first, because I'm going to put a separate top on, depending on the technique I do, I either leave this on, or in this case I'm going to cut this little ring part off, because I already cut my shimmer sheets top out of the shimmer sheets. And I need to tell you, if you want to cut the shimmer sheets, you need to use, depending on the machine you have, you need to either use a metal adapter plate, or if you have the big shot, you can also use the precision base plate. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to lift this up. So I'm going to lift up the release sheet and I'm going to trim that off here. And then I'm going to adhere my shimmer sheets top piece, because now that's sticky. So then I have my piece to work with. And then I'm going to take off my release sheet. And in this case, we did another YouTube already, and I used stencils from that I cut out of the release sheet. But in this case, I'm going to use just that solid circle that came off as a mask. So I can just start, so stick it on there. And it's really a fun technique. Press it down. You always need to make sure it's pressed down well. Take this off. And in this case, I'm going to start with the blue ornament here with the turquoise. So this is the blue streak. That's one of the new colors. Beautiful color. So just sprinkle it. Brush it off lightly. And then you're going to polish it. So polishing means rub that glitter into the tape, you see. And of course I have my Swiffer here so I can clean my hands. Make sure it's clean before you remove the release sheet. Put this back into the jar. I'm going to look if it's clean on the front and on the back. Then I'm going to lift up that circle and I'm just going to replace it. You see, so I can put it here. Again, I use my release sheet to press it down. Take a second color. So this is the Spring Peridot that I'm using here. Again, sprinkle it. And because I already polished that blue streak, you know that Spring Peridot will not stick to that blue streak. So brush it off and polish again. Again, tap it off and tap it off in my trash can. And my trash can is a paper bag, because that's not static. And then I'm going to use the Go-To Green. So same process. You can make like any pattern you like. It's so much fun to do, and any color of glitter. They just need to, you need to see a little bit of difference. So don't take colors that are too close together, and that can be really pretty as well. So it's really your own personal choice. So polish that. And then the top part I'm going to do with foil, because foils work really well on our tape. So I'm going to take this off. So now that's all sticky. And in this case I have a rainbow foil. There's, you know, you have all those like plain foils, but in this case it's a rainbow because there's a little bit of like blue and green in here. So I'm going to try to hit that part, which is nice. And I think I have a little bit of gold in there. So just put it down and then rub it really well. And you can clearly see the pattern of the, I don't know if the camera can see that, but you can clearly see where your glitter goes. So here is where my glitter goes. So I'm going to rub this and I'm going to kind of follow it with my nail, that I'm for sure hit all the different parts. And then I'm going to take this off and you will see. And that's where you have your foil. And that's just a fun technique to do. And if I miss a few parts, you see, I see here on the side, I need to go back a little bit. You just rub it a little bit again. And then I'm just going to add those glitter dots here. So I can just put them on the line here. I'm going to start with the larger ones. Then I'm going to size smaller because I think there are, if I'm correct, there are 3 or 4 different sizes on here. So that's the ornament with the turquoise and the green, or the blue streak and the greens. So that's that one. And then you can see at the bottom of the card here I have the Merry Christmas, which is also one of our dies, of course. And then the little line I use here and to hang up the ornaments, those are these. So that's a set of lines. It's an assorted line set and it has like all different lines on there, and I use those a lot. And then I want to show you the ones that with the foil, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter to that because I really like that technique. And this is actually a very fast one. So I use again same ornament, so white cardstock with a clear double-sided adhesive on top. Take this off and now I'm just going to take that foil, and this is deco foil, I think. So yeah, it's deco foil. So let's just do this. I think that's good. And then really rub it well. See, now here I have my rainbow ornaments. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the light gold here. And then I'm going to just kind of dip in my fingers and just going to rub it a little bit. And that will give you that kind of vintagey look. You see, so now you have a beautiful ornament. So just foil and a little bit of the light gold Silk Microfine glitter in there. And I'm just going to show you another. Take a top piece again, take this off. Possibilities are endless and so much fun to make. And one ornament and a card and you have a beautiful card there. So polish this one, put this back into the jar. Then I'm going to move it around. And in this case I'm just going to kind of go around a little bit. See, brush that off. Polish. Put back into the jar. You see, so now I'm just going to go around, you see. So you can make the patterns as fine as you want to. You can do smaller lines. There is no end to the possibilities. So this is the spring peridot again. You see, so there you can see I'm starting a kaleidoscope. I need to go this way. And I could have done some foil there as well if I want to. I can bring in some foil. Always make sure, of course, polish, brush off and polish in between each color. That's very important because you don't want any contamination in your glitter. Turn this like that way. I can actually finish it because it's a fast technique. And now I need to watch because I don't want to go to the red. So I'm going to go back to that spring peridot. That's the only thing when you do a kaleidoscope, you kind of need to see what you're doing, that the colors don't touch each other. Because otherwise kind of your kaleidoscope pattern disappears. Turn it around again. So now I'm going back to the, I'm actually going back to the red in this case because that will be a nice pattern. Always press down so that red will touch there at the bottom now, but that's fine. Polish. So I'm just going to take a gold foil, put it on here, press it down. So I'm going back with that light gold. And just rub it in there a little bit. Kind of make it a little bit more vintagey or less shiny. You see, so now you have the kaleidoscope one. So you see, so that's the one we created earlier. And with this one, I actually went from one side to the other. So here I started this way, then I went that way. So you can kind of switch it around as well. So that's how I created that one. Then here you see the one with only the foil. And here I just use like 2 colors, and then the gold foil and the glitter dots. And here you can see that's one with the colors closer together. Really pretty as well. And then this one, and here you can see what I did as well. I kind of went from one side to the other, one side to the other. And then this is another kaleidoscope one that I did. So that's it for today's YouTube. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will also give you some suggestions from some YouTubes at the bottom of the screen that you might like as well.